Hi guys, this is Shinryu the Trophy Hunter, and today I bring you a guide to platinum the game Teardown for PlayStation 5. This video is made to get the platinum as quickly as possible. That's why I make use of the options and mods that the game offers us. For that reason, if you want to enjoy the game or get all the trophies without using these advantages, I do not recommend watching this video. But if you are gonna use them, do not abuse and only activate the minimum necessary to avoid problems. Estimated time is 10 to 15 hours and the difficulty is, in this case, 3 out of 10. It has no missables and no autopop. As I said before, in this game the use of certain mods and configuration are allowed, so the first thing we are gonna do is activate that. Go to options and in the game tab we will modify everything that is in the campaign section. Adjust the alarm time to plus 60 seconds, adjust ammo to plus 100%, adjust health to plus 100%, enable mission skipping since it is not necessary to play all the missions but only the ones that have optional objectives. Enable allow spawn so we can go through walls during campaign. We will also enable the options in the sandbox sections, but we will only use it once. Then we return to the main menu and select the mod browser. Here we download Modpack 1, which is completely free and made by the developers. After downloading it, we are going to activate the hook shotgun, the jetpack, the vacuum cleaner and the Zenitka. The vacuum cleaner and hood shotgun can be adjusted the power by keeping R3 and the D-pad to the left. Depending on the objective of the mission, sometimes you will have to reduce the power. Once all activated, we will play this way. In my case, I first unlocked all the missions by skipping everything. Every time you return from the mission, destroy part of the house using nitroglycerin and Zenitka to reach the 100 million destroyed voxels. In the process, destroy the treadmill 10 times. Make all the miscellaneous trophies. Collect 200 valuables, complete the 31 missions with their optional objectives, and destroy 100 million voxels. Let's see it in detail. You can skip all the missions or do the necessary missions that have optional objectives. These missions are not difficult since the map shows the location of all the main and secondary objectives, so with a couple of tries you will be able to complete them. Later, I will show you some of the missions that are more difficult to do. In my case, I just skipped everything to have all the tools available and then I went through the missions with optional objectives. While doing the story, you will get to the island. Before continuing with the mission, go to this point where there is a chair and a set of snorkels. With a vacuum cleaner, vacuum towards the sea and the sunken container will come out. Drive the car that is inside that container for the trophy. If you don't do it here, you can do it in sandbox mode since you won't be able to repeat this part in campaign mode. Every time you return from a mission, destroy the treadmill. Doing it 10 times will give you a trophy. And at the same time, destroy the house as much as you can, so little by little you are gonna get the 100 million voxels. Now we will go to the miscellaneous trophies. Having the jetpack, just hold the X to fly very high and you will get the trophy. In any mission, do nothing for 1 hour. Then complete the mission for another trophy. As shown in the results, I left it for more than 1 hour without doing anything and then placed the bombs to destroy the house and completed the mission. In the first mission or other easy mission, complete it as quickly as possible. If you complete it in less than 60 seconds, you will receive a trophy. In my case, I did it with the second mission, but it is definitely easier with the first one. Go to sandbox mode and select the marina. With any weapon, sink the yacht. Go to any mission on the Quilez Security map and look for this boat. You should paint both the outside and the inside with the spray can. Go to the mod browser again and this time select only the vehicle booster and select the bikes, ramps and ragdolls collection map. Then, within this map, get into any vehicle and accelerate for a trophy. Then, grab a ramp and without releasing the accelerator, stay in the air for 2 seconds for another trophy. After taking out these 2 trophies, go back to the mod browser and deactivate the vehicle booster and activate the laser gun. Go to the outside of the house and activate this device. You must destroy 10 clays that come out of this machine 10 times. The easiest way to get this is to keep firing the lasers towards the exit of the clays. You will run out of bullets when you do it 2 or 3 times, so restart the map and do it again. Now let's get to the collectibles. You only need to collect 200 valuable items and there is much more in the game than that. I am going to show you the items on certain maps and there will be about 200, but on each map there are between 20 to 40, so if you explore the other places a little, you will find several more. Now we have to do 31 missions with optional objectives. As I mentioned, not all missions have that, so you can skip those. Many of these ask you the same thing and are not difficult. I will show you the ones that are a little more different, the ones that are difficult, and the ones that have a related trophy. In this mission, called Making Space, if you finish it without using tools, you get a trophy. The good thing is that we can use the vehicles, so get into this truck, make a hole in the wall to access the safe, then drag it and throw it into the sea. It is recommended doing this mission 2 times. The first time, do it without using any tools and only completing the main objectives, and the second time, using tools but completing all the primary and secondary objectives. Then destroy the 4 pillars of the last cabin with the boat, and that's it. There are several missions that are similar to this one, so I will show you how useful the vacuum cleaner is in these cases. Here it asks us not only to steal the cars but to also throw them into the sea, so increase the expulsion of the vacuum cleaner to the maximum to achieve this. The mission called the Speed Deal does not have a timer, but we do have to complete the race under 20 seconds, so what we will do is move 3 checkpoints to make the game believe that we are passing through those points and thus validate the race. The most important is the last checkpoint, since it cannot be behind the finish line and the cable reach is very tight. Once the 3 checkpoints had been placed, we will summon a vehicle by pressing options and then triangle. Then we get a menu and we select the vehicle pack, then select cars and then choose a fast car like the Chromzygot. As soon the race starts, drive to the furthest checkpoint. Make a U-turn and then pass through all checkpoints before crossing the finish line. Check that each time you pass near the checkpoints, the light should turn on. If you do it under 20 seconds, you are good to go. The mission, an assortment of dishes, is definitely the most difficult one to get the trophy. You need to complete the mission without taking damage from the helicopter. Don't take my video as a step-by-step guide for this one. Just see how I use the creative mode to go under the map or through walls by pressing the option button and the L1. Also see how I use the shotgun to access some antennas from inside. So the first thing you should do is lower the power of the shotgun. Then go through the two most exposed panels, which is the one of the tower and the one of the greenhouse. Then you will have to go underground to each objective. As I said before, there are antennas that can be accessed from inside the house by just making a small hole. Sometimes the helicopter reacts to explosions, so you can use the rocket launcher to divert its attention, but it doesn't work all the time. When you find a safe point, open the map and check where the objective is. Under the floor, it is very difficult to find your way, so take your time and go safely. When you have everything done, you can go underwater and access the boat from below. In floating, there is a trophy that asks you to complete the mission without touching the water. It is pretty easy to do if you use the jetpack. When you finish this mission, you will automatically go to Chase mission, where there is a trophy that asks you to complete the mission without using a vehicle. So as soon as you have control, get out of the boat and with the hook shotgun fly towards the target. In the Ornamental Ordeal mission, you must complete the mission without being seen by the robots. But not only that, you can't alarm them either. So put the vacuum cleaner on medium power and try to vacuum the target through the wall. And be very careful not to attract robots. And finally, we have this mission called Connecting the Dots, where you must put the truck in the best position to get all 3 signals in green, and as an option, we must carry 2 more antennas with a vacuum cleaner in order to have 5 signals joined by the truck. If you had not yet reached 100 million voxels destroyed, fill the house with nitroglycerin and do a chain explosion. More or less, it adds 2% of the 100 million when you do it one time. Repeat until it comes out. That was all, guys. I hope the video helps you, and we'll see you next time.